Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ciarra, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. So we're back again with another little pick a card reading here, and so the topic of this one is just what advice do you need to hear or know right now? Just again, kind of a general advice kind of energy reading here is what we're doing. Just what you need to know. No idea what kind of messages might come up in each pile. There might be more than one message. We will just see. So, as always, this is a general reading, so not every card and not every message is going to resonate for you personally. So, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. No need to let me know how it doesn't resonate. There's plenty of other videos here on my channel, on other channels that would, possibly better suit you or better resonate with you. It just depends on the energy of the day. So with that said, let me go ahead and introduce you to the piles here. So of course you can choose based off the number, off the stone, or off the artwork that I have put here. This is my own original artwork. So for pile 1, we have the pistachio opal with this particular image here. For pile 2, we have the rhodochrosite with this particular image here. And for pile 3, we have the orange calcite with this particular image. So again, take as much time as you need, meditate on the piles, use the pendulum if need be, and we will see what kind of messages come up. All right, for those of you who picked pile 1 with this particular image once again, and of course, we also have the pistachio opal, which is such a interesting looking stone. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into your cards here, see what advice that you guys need to know right now, and we're gonna start off with a tarot card for you guys. And so the first one that we have is the Moon card. So clearly a lot of you who picked this pile, you're dealing with a lot of subconscious stuff, things that have to do with your shadow self, with your, again, kind of your underlying emotions, fears, uncertainties, illusions. It's, this is all about your psychic awakening. It's about your dreams. It's about deep revelation of feminine mysteries, withdrawal, facing fears. So that is definitely the focus here of you guys when it comes to the advice that you need to hear right now. It's all about learning how to face your fears, especially facing the fears that are coming up subconsciously and are appearing in your dreams. So some of you might be even suffering from things like insomnia or nightmares, and you might not be understanding why it's happening, but it's happening because there is some underlying thing in your waking life that you're not addressing, and so it's coming up in your subconscious state. So more of the meaning of this particular card, especially since it's upright, because this is a particular deck where I will read the reversals and the upright messages. So change, imagination, creativity, a difficult emotional journey ahead. Any loneliness or confusion you feel will pass as this phase reaches its natural completion. Becoming aware of material from the unconscious. Although upsetting, this could help your creative process. Let yourself be guided by trust, and you'll pass through your fear to emerge stronger. Imagination, fantasy, vision, and creative work. So for others of you, this can definitely be about a creative blockage, like art block, writer's block, something like that, where you're struggling to express something. You have a lot of bottled up creativity or a lot of bottled up ideas or emotions, and you're trying to find a way to express them outward. But again, it's kind of a struggle, and there's almost like two battling sides within you that are vying for your attention, and so it's kind of hard for you to focus and find the correct avenue for expression. So again, a part of that could have to do with the fear aspect. Maybe some of you, you have these creative ideas or these creative desires and want to express them, but fear of criticism or judgment might be holding you back from really letting your vision shine forth. So let's go ahead and see some astrological kind of information. So again, this might resonate to your actual natal chart, to your progress chart, or it might just represent kind of energies right now that you're working in. So we have the second house with assets. So the second house is ruled by Taurus. This is all about the material or possessions, finance, talent, values, solidity, worthiness, wardrobe, luxuries, credit score, security, and aesthetics. We also have Scorpio, the animal. So transformative, intense, passionate, secretive, carnal, thorough, obsessive, intimate, primal, lusty, deep, external, resourceful, mysterious, regenerative, compulsive, destructive, and manipulative. And we also have Mercury with communication, words, thought, analysis, information, learning, trade, ideas, smarts, reporting, awareness, vision, lens, palette, perception, curiosity, narrative, muse, and wonder. So I definitely have to wonder if maybe some of you have your Mercury in the second house, maybe, or your second house is got Scorpio in it. I know any kind of combination like this could be coming up. One of my initial feelings looking at this is some of you are really, really struggling to express your more intense and passionate side, your more sexual aspects, because again, you know, Scorpio is going to talk about the sexual aspects, lust, again, destructive, death, rebirth, the darker, more occult kind of taboo subjects that maybe a lot of general society wants to try to cover up or pretend don't exist, even though it's literally a part of everybody and all of creation. So again, I feel like there are a lot of ideas, and you have vision, and you have a narrative, and you have like these, you're inspired, but you just don't know how to express it. And a part of that could be you're afraid of the asset aspect. You're afraid of your finances. Some of you, this could definitely be about wanting to strike out there and make a name for yourself with your passion, but you're being held back because you don't feel like you have maybe the wardrobe for it, the look for it, or the finances to support yourself, or you're afraid that through pursuing this, you won't gain the finances. And again, it's this fearful energy that you guys need to work through and overcome by facing the fear. Okay, you can do this. You can create, you know, stability and show your narrative by just doing it and trusting it, and again, believing in yourself and having a lot of positive energy into that. Again, you're going through a transformative period, and with the moon, I mean, the moon is all about cycles, and this is Pisces energy, and then you have Scorpio, so there's a lot of water energy here. So some of you could definitely be working with a lot of that water energy. This is about getting to your primal roots and not fighting the cycle that you're going through. Transformation, again, shedding of the skin with the imagery of the snake here, is not always going to be comfortable, because literally the reason a snake sheds its skin is because it outgrows its skin and it busts through. So it's like, that is kind of what you guys are going through. You're going through this growth period, and it's going to be restricting, and it's going to be uncomfortable until you finally break through and just own your shit, I feel like. So let's see what else we have. We have change and transition, Archangel Azrael. So thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. Exactly. So you guys, Archangel Azrael might be a very good angel for you guys to call on. And look at the colors that we have. We have this really bright, vibrant red popping up here. It's really, you know, catching my eye here. So it's definitely, this is about your root chakra a little bit. Again, your stability. You're worried about your stability. But again, this is all about the change and transition that you are currently going through. I feel like, you know, this is kind of a phoenix rising from the ashes kind of phase for you guys. So as far as sort of a protective message to help you guys, we have by the book. So especially with something like by the book, I feel like maybe, again, some of you, this creative project that you're working on maybe is literally a book. But let's go ahead and see what the protective message here is. So the essential meanings here are abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, universal laws. So that might be what's holding some of you back from, again, expressing either your sexual side. You have a secret that you're afraid of coming out. Maybe some of you, it literally has to do with coming out. Because again, you're afraid of going against, you know, family traditions or society kind of social rules or cultural kind of customs. And you guys gotta let go of that worry and that judgment that you're breaking some kind of rule. You're not breaking any rule by being your true self. All right, so the protective message here is now is the time for a real change in consciousness as you are in sight to revolt. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It is not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call to revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, and transformation are rarely comfortable and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. It may be time for you to say no to the way of your group. Take a stand and make real changes. It could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you to the need for a complete overhaul. This is a time for transformation. So let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. There is no turning back now. Trust that light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. That is so fucking crazy because that's literally everything that I've been saying. And this is card 11, so some of you could be 11 life path, which is part of why you feel so kind of stifled and uncomfortable, because you are very much a visionary and kind of out of the norm because you're dealing with that master number. So yeah, it's like your intuition will definitely lead you in the right direction, because that's what the moon is all about. It's all about the intuition aspect. And even though you can't see the way forward, you know, the light of the moon is going to shine and bring to light things that normally you wouldn't have paid attention to in the daylight. So again, it's going to help you go through this transition and through this darkness that you're going to. Again, there's no turning back. You need to trust in the way forward. You're going through, again, this transformation. Some of you are fearing the change you're going through. So let's go ahead and see what else we have. We have El Moria with Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So yeah, definitely be working on that aspect of protection for you guys. Be cleansing your energy on the regular. You are going through an awakening period. You're going through the change and the transition. And you are protected and you are safe because your guides are really aiding you and pushing you to make this change, because it's what's for your best benefit. And it's crazy because next up we have, honestly, these are some pretty crazy cards and I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce this, but it's a type of angel. Stebbins? I don't know, but beautiful card. And again, it's the angel of divination, which is so, again, the moon energy, the Scorpio energy, the Pisces energy here. So again, some of you are literally very, very psychic. Again, you have sort of a tap and a way of communicating and a way of channeling messages from the divine or from guides or from spirits, and that may be part of what it is you're trying to transition into, is following a path that is more, again, like a spiritual based practice, kind of like this, like reading tarot or reading shells or, you know, runes, whatever it is for you, whatever form of divination you feel is your natural talent, because I definitely feel like you have a natural talent for divination. You need to also trust in the messages that you are receiving through your intuition, through the downloads that you're receiving, and through the dreams that you have. I feel like you guys have some very, very significant and powerful dreams that are sending you messages, but again, you're having a hard time cycling through them or, again, interpreting them because it's so intense. It's very, very intense energy, and it's kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's making you guys kind of uncomfortable because, again, it's those growing pains. So let's see what else we have. We have take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. And we have Mintakan. I don't know if I said that right. Probably not. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. See, you guys are... So this is like very mermaidy, like mermaid energy here. This is a starseed card. So again, totally resonates with that 1111 I was talking about. Some of you are 1111, some of you are starseeds. Again, you feel very uncomfortable in the place that you are. In humanity, you feel very out of place, and a part of that is because you are this light worker, you are this messenger here to help with, again, the uplifting of humanity. And really what you need to do is kind of just take a break, step away, so that you can recenter and, again, allow yourself to naturally go through this transition. Again, cleansing baths, going to the ocean, spending some time under the moon is going to be very, very beneficial for you guys who pick this pile. So let's see what else we have. We also have forgetting oneself. See? This is... That's a big part of what the challenge is here. This is why all this energy is coming up, because a lot of you who pick this pile are fighting against your authentic self. You're forgetting who it is that you truly are, and it's causing even more of the discomfort. You need to remove the mask. You need to step away and finally reclaim yourself away from the judgment and, again, the opinions of, again, your social environment, your cultural environment, the people around you. Take a step away from it so that you can find yourself again. As far as a crystal that might be beneficial for you guys, it's so crazy because it's actually orange calcite. So some of you, it might be beneficial if you're not already attracted to the orange calcite group, which is pile 3. You might want to watch that one as well, because there might be some cross reference. And it's so crazy what this is. I love orange calcite. I have 2 pieces of it, and it's going to make sense why. So orange calcite is the hot-blooded, artistic, love on the brain, wild child of the calcite family, which is totally everything we've been talking about. It's that Scorpio energy with love and the lust. It is the creativity, the imaginative, the illusions, the fantasy of the moon, communication of Mercury. Who needs it? Artists holding the proverbial paintbrush and staring at the proverbial blank canvas. Anyone whose sex life needs a little more life. Where to put it? The honeymoon suite, the studio. When to use it? When you want to make something beautiful. Orange calcite's energy is all about breaking through the fog and the fear that hang on the path to creation. When do you want to add some energy to your creative process, or take on the Kama Sutra 1 page at a time? Get with the orange calcite sun-kissed vibes. Unlock your creativity. And it makes so much sense that this energy, both of these things are coming up, because for some of you, it's about the creativity thing. Some of you, it's about the sexual side, or for some of you it's both, because both are very interconnected, because again, the colors here of the orange calcite relate to the sacral chakra, which the sacral chakra rules both creativity, sexuality, sensuality, spirituality, all of those kind of things. So that makes a lot of sense for you guys who picked this pile. Again, I feel like some of you are really struggling with your sexuality. You're trying to figure that out, come to terms with it. And again, you might be in a social situation where, whatever it is that you're choosing for your sexuality isn't accepted, or maybe it's not accepted by your family, or again, maybe the artistic path that you're choosing, the creative path that you are wanting to go on for career or whatnot, your passion, is not accepted either. Again, some of you are artists, some of you are, again, have a very creative vision, or writers, or cooks, or whatnot. You're very creative, different kind of lawyer. I mean, creativity can go into everything. It does go into everything. It's important in every aspect, and those who ignore it usually don't shine as brightly as they can. So let's go ahead and see what other messages we have here. So we have out trick-or-treating, we're here. So again, I definitely feel like with that message of we're here, I feel like, yeah, you guys, you have some spirits, you have some guides around you. They are here, they are watching out for you, and a lot of them are trying to communicate to you, because again, there's another group of you here who are, part of this divination psychic group, and you are dealing with some major spiritual energy that is coming through, wanting to speak to you, and again, you might be kind of freaking out over it. So what this is saying is it's up to you now to decide whether you are going to take the time to discover what something is really all about, or simply judge it based on how it appears at first glance. The trick-or-treaters help you see through conditioning and old thought patterns. And as they do this, they may reveal to you a world of more wonder than you thought possible. All you need is courage. Exactly. So some of you need to claim more courage. And again, you need to move beyond sort of the set rules or kind of ideas or perceptions that you have grown up in or that you have perceived, and kind of move out of that because you've outgrown it. So again, you need to step out of the old patterns and the fear that, you know, you're not able to handle it or whatnot, however it may be. So lastly, for you guys, I'm going to pull some additional cards, but we also have family and tribe, which makes a lot of sense. So again, this is going back to the issue of whatever's happening in your cultural or family life, which again, I feel like is what's putting a lot of the pressure here. So it's talking about be very discerning with other people's opinions. Become aware of how the beliefs of your family and tribe are influencing you. What do you learn about relationships, money, and opportunities when you were younger? That goes back to that second house. Ask yourself, am I still carrying some of those outdated beliefs? That totally goes back to this. You know, am I trying to seek love and approval from my family by doing what they want me to do? An important question to ask yourself is whether you are living your life in order to make someone else or yourself happy. This card asks you to examine your loyalties, family beliefs, superstitions, and rituals that have power over you. Let go of anything that is not serving you. You are also being asked to face your fears of being different and embrace your uniqueness, even if others don't understand or approve of your actions. Exactly. So again, some of you, especially with the angel divination here, it's like you could have grown up in a very like specific religious faith. And so it's like now you're kind of discovering this whole spirituality thing and, you know, tarot cards, divination, reading runes, like all these other things that were told to you were like evil or bad, or you shouldn't do it because it's the devil's work. And it's like, no, you know, being a witch, well, this is what I always tell them, this is my personal view on it, and other people could disagree with me or not, but being a witch is a practice. It's not necessarily a religion, although you can be a witch and have any kind of religious belief. Because, I mean, there's like Norse pagans, there's Santeria, there's, you know, all these other different aspects. I'm not sure if necessarily, I mean, you could be a witch and practice Santeria. You know, you get my point here. It's like there's so many different ways and there's so many different paths to take that have different religious aspects and some that do not have any religious aspects. Again, it just depends. You know, being a witch is whatever you make it and whatever resonates to you. So it's like, don't buy into this idea that, you know, something is evil just because one particular faith tries to say that it is, when really they don't understand it. So that's why they fear it and why they're going to try to, you know, make it seem bad. That's just the point that I'm getting. So again, some of you might be dealing with an issue like that. But anyway, again, this card is bringing up fears again. Fears of being your unique self. Again, forgetting oneself. You're forgetting your true authentic self and the reason that you even came and incarnated on this earth. Anyway, often working with your energy centers, in particular the root. Are you fucking kidding me? What was I talking about earlier when I was looking at the colors? Oh yeah, that bright, very vibrant red. It's like the root chakra. What the fuck? In particular, the root chakra can help you release past limitations and hurts, increase your confidence, and help you manifest your dreams into the physical reality. That is so crazy. So I'm also going to show the action to take with this particular card, because again, it might be very beneficial for you guys who picked this pile. I cannot believe that. That is so weird. I love how all these cards just totally resonated with each other. So I'm going to go ahead and pull just some final little advice messages here. And let's see for you guys, what are some final messages to help you? And there we go. Let's see. So we got frustration. Your frustration is not a wasted energy. If it is channeled positively to create a better outcome for yourself, embrace frustration and work with it, not against it. So again, yeah, some of you are dealing with a lot of frustration right now. We also have, holy shit, can you believe it? Confidence. Believe in magic. You don't need an explanation for everything. Trust it has happened for all the right reasons. That is so crazy. Again, you guys need to work on your confidence. We also have worthwhile. Life is about being taught a lesson for getting something wrong. Life is not about being taught a lesson for getting something wrong. It's about having an experience that adds richness to your life. So yeah, again, what you're going through and what you've, you know, all the experiences you've been through, it's not to say that, you know, those experiences were wrong or that you were being punished for anything. Every experience was about making you grow as a person and bring you to this point. So that is all the messages for this particular group. Again, for some of you, I would highly encourage you to go watch the Orange Calcite group as well, pile 3, because there might be some cross-reference messages there since we had that stone come up for you guys. So I hope that, you know, this brings you some clarity about your situation, maybe some advice. Again, I feel like the best thing for you guys to do is just embrace your authentic self against, no matter how much it makes you uncomfortable in your situation or in your culture. It's like you need to do this for you because, again, don't forget who you truly are, because you have something very beautiful to expose and bring to the world, to light it up. You know, don't feel bad just because you feel out of place, because that was all part of your journey here. So yes, thank you all so much for watching. And again, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you'd like to help support the channel in any way, there's going to be links down below to my Patreon, to my Ko-fi, to my Instagram, to Amazon wishlist, all that stuff. And of course, information about how to book a private reading is also in the description. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Right, for those of you who picked pile 2 with this particular image here. And of course, we have the rhodochrosite stone. So we're going to go ahead and dive into your cards and see what advice it is that you guys need to know right now. And so we're going to start off with your tarot card. And so we have the 7 of Wands in the reverse. So this is a particular tarot deck where I will read the reversals as well as the upright meanings. And what am I feeling from this card for you guys of what it is you need to know? I feel like some of you right now, what you're having an issue with is overcoming obstacles or overcoming challenges. It feels like you feel like the whole world is kind of against you, that everything is always beating you down, that you can't succeed at anything. You feel like you're about to topple over and like fall off a cliff, I feel like. And so with this, you know, what this card is talking about in the reverse is you may be struggling with other people's objections to your actions, feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or embarrassed, extreme difficulty with coming to a decision, uncertainty may impede success. So yeah, some of you, again, you have this overwhelmed kind of feeling because it's like you can't, it just feels like all the blood is kind of like rushing to your head, because I'm just really kind of looking at this image in the way that it looks like reversed. That's just what I feel like. Like everything is just kind of out of your control and you just don't know how to come to a decision about what is happening around you. And so let's see what else we can get here. So looking at some astrological kind of information. So again, these could represent things that are happening in your natal chart. They could be what's happening in your progress chart or just overall energy that you are dealing with. So it's really crazy what we have here, because you guys, I'm just going to tell you before I even lay them down, you have nothing but planetary placements happening here. So we have Pluto with transformation. So renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, compositing, cycles, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, and extremes. Pluto is, of course, the ruling planet for Scorpio. We also have the moon with feelings. So whoa, that just wanted to jump away. Instinct, nurturing, gut reactions, comfort, digestion, home, family, conditioning, habits, femininity, lineage, privacy, embodiment, emotions, sustenance, self-soothing, moods, mother. So yeah, this could, for some of you, this could be dealing with a situation with a mother or feminine figure in your life, or maybe it has to do with you as the feminine figure and needing to come to terms with your own divine feminine half, because regardless if you're male or female or you identify as whatever, we all are made up of the energy of masculine and feminine. We also have Jupiter with expansion, so enthusiasm, optimism, generosity, benevolence, beliefs, luck, seeking, travel, positivity, lectures, foreign cultures, teaching, pilgrimage, chance, expansion, leaping, exploration, potential. Jupiter traditionally was a ruling planet for Pisces. It is also the ruling planet for Sagittarius. So, and it's kind of funny because I say that because the other card that we have is Neptune with dreams. So imagination, memories, the subconscious, self-sacrifice, ideals, universal love, visions, meditation, spirituality, compassion, empathy, fantasies, escapism, the ether, enchantment, confusion, veils, and magic. Neptune is the ruling planet of Pisces. Again, Jupiter classically was the ruling planet of Pisces. So you kind of got two planets here that are involved with Pisces. The moon is ruled by Cancer. So one thing I definitely feel like for you guys is you might very strongly be affected at the current, I mean, this is a timeless reading, but at the time that I'm particularly filming this, it is May 2020, and we have Jupiter going retrograde. Jupiter is retrograde, and it will be retrograde until September of 2020. So you guys might be feeling this energy more strongly than other people. So that might be a part of kind of what you're going through. Overall, it's like transformation, feelings, expansion, and dreams. It's like you guys are needing to work through issues of your emotions as well as your personal power and how to transform that so that you can expand. Part of it is definitely paying attention to your dreams a lot, making sure that you're not self-sacrificing too much to appease to the opinions of other people. You might be dealing with a lot of confusion. You might be extremely empathetic or an empath, which might lead you to trying to do sort of this escapism from the situation, because again, you don't know how to deal with it, so you try to run away from it, if that makes any sense. So let's see what else we have. We have Shine Your Light with Archangel Uriel. So Archangel Uriel might be an important angel for you guys to call on. Thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. Shine your light. So yeah, some of you kind of similar to the last group in some aspects, but not quite. But again, I'm looking at the colors in his card, and it's a lot of orange and yellow. So again, personal power, your sacral chakra, your Manipura chakra. All those might be areas that you need to work on. Again, you need to shine your own individual light, even if it goes against what you're feeling judgment-wise from other people. We also have, for your protection message, we have time to go. So I definitely feel like some of you, it's almost like you've backed yourself into a corner. And again, you don't know how to get yourself out of it, but really the easiest answer, like you're backed into a corner where you're trying to find a way of kind of appeasing everybody involved, but there's just no easy way to do that. So the best option just for you is to get the fuck out of the situation, because it's not your fight anymore. So the essential meanings here are endings, completion, walking away from something because there's nothing else to learn or experience. So for the protection message, even if it appears that you've reached the end of the line and that all is lost, it isn't. You're in a situation that will resurface again later. So consider this a break rather than an ending. Destiny is in charge here. You lose nothing and gain everything when you surrender to that fact. Your soul knows that your destiny is unfolding with perfect timing and synchronicity. Your small self has doubts, but that is natural, as it doesn't have the map of your destiny. The soul does. Spirit loves you. Trust that. So yeah, some of you, I feel like you're kind of stuck in a repeating pattern that just keeps coming back up and up again. And that's because you just haven't again, come to terms to it and just let that go so that you can move forward into something better. And it's funny because the next card we have here is Divine Order with Lady Portia. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So what you're going through is definitely a lesson that you're meant to learn on your particular destiny. So I don't feel like there is any easy solution to it. It's kind of just a moment of like accepting and just taking a leap of faith and just like, you know what, following again your instinct with your gut reaction. Again, this is all part of the Divine Order. Lady Portia is very much a kind of justice card. So again, this is you guys dealing with your own karma, which is kind of interesting because the next one we have here is, let's see if I can say this angel's name, Crucial, which is the angel of punishment. So again, some of you, I feel like you are dealing with a karmic situation that you are working through. And others of you, you're kind of beating yourself up about the situation. You yourself are punishing yourself more than anybody else is. But again, you're perceiving that, the world is punishing you. And really, it's like, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you to, again, help you teach you this lesson to bring you to this point of transformation and expansion. In fact, next up we have is Mirror. So who or what is triggering you? There is something in the situation, a person or, again, the situation itself that is triggering you and bringing up these emotions, this turmoil within, and you need to come to terms and identify what that thing is instead of, and maybe for a lot of you, it's yourself. You're the one triggering your own self. You're just kind of perceiving and trying to blame something else for what it is you're feeling instead of you owning up to your own feelings. Is just what came through there. So let's see what else we have. We also have, I won't cry for you. Yeah. So again, others of you, it's like you are an empath. So it's like you're taking on all the emotions of other people and you're punishing yourself for other people's kind of bullshit. It feels like you need to stop kind of I feel like wasting your energy on other people in a way. Like, what I mean by that is wasting your energy on people who don't deserve your energy. Because again, who or what is triggering you? Keep allowing other people to trigger you, or again, the situation too, which goes back to just you yourself needing to own up that you are kind of, maybe some of you are stuck in like a codependent kind of situation. You always take a back seat to let somebody else shine instead of letting yourself shine, or you allow other people to take credit for something that you did, instead of speaking up and kind of standing up for yourself. I feel like is an issue for some others of you who picked this pile. Let's see what else we have for your crystals here that might be beneficial for you. It's kind of funny. We have pyrite and we have tourmaline quartz. So again, tourmaline quartz, I'll just read it, it'll make sense. So what is it? With both the negativity fighting power of black tourmaline and the amplifying clarity of clear quartz, tourmaline quartz, exactly what it sounds like, might just be the best stone to bring along in that often discussed desert island scenario. So who needs anyone in need of a psycho-spiritual scrub? Where to put it? Wherever you intend to shine your brightest, and you literally have shine your light right here. So when to use it? When it's time to shed a light on the vices, victims, and vampires in your life. Once you have a clear view of their whereabouts, it is much easier to kick them back into the gutter where they belong. So yeah, and it's funny because literally right here, I have a piece of this tourmalated quartz. So yeah, literally it's, you need to protect your energy, amplify your own light and shine. Again, a lot of you are allowing psychic vampires to take advantage of you, vices to take advantage of you. A lot of you are, again, kind of playing into this whole victim mentality where you are always the victim instead of, again, kind of taking charge of your own shit and realizing you're allowing, you know, these other forces and yourself to fall into a negative mindset. So you need to definitely clear your energy, restore your perfect light. So breaking a bad pattern. So we also have the pyrite. So Pyrite, aka fool's gold, is a metallic sulfide mineral. Its blinging, confident vibes and often perfect cubic structure align us with nature's power to give energy to amazing, beautiful things like you, baby. Who needs it? The chronically lethargic. Anybody sleeping on their potential. Again, you're not shining your light. You're letting other people take the spotlight. Where to put it? Pyrite is often used near the solar plexus or will center, but it works wonders anywhere you need a little boost of masculine energy. For example, on the fellas, the low abdomen, just saying. When to use it? On that romantic weekend away from the kids, and whenever the energy to power through feels shrouded in dark matter. Call on your core power. And it's funny because we had the moon with the feminine energy, and this is all talking about claiming your masculine energy. So again, a lot of you are just kind of waiting to receive things instead of taking action. That is part of the issue here, is that you need to take more action and more control over your life instead of letting it being kind of controlled for you. I feel like some of you might be dealing with like toxic or manipulative relationships. And so to also show you, we have a piece of pyrite right here. Let's see if I can get this to focus. So this is pyrite, a very pretty piece of pyrite, to give you an idea of what that looks like better. But yes, so those are the two stones definitely you guys should be using. So let's see what else we have here. Oh wow, so I'm just gonna show this because I just saw it. This is card 22. This next card we have Faith, is also card 22. So 222 might be a synchronicity that you see a lot. We will talk about this, but let's talk about this card first. So Death and the Maiden. Invasion, boundaries, violated, dominance. See? Something else, you're allowing something else to dominate you. Again, I feel like you are kind of allowing yourself in a lot of ways to always be the victim. Which I know sounds, you know, again, you're allowing yourself to be manipulated. You know you're in a toxic situation, but you are kind of, I'm just going to say it, like lacking the willpower to pull yourself out of it because you don't have that. You're not claiming your confidence and your own inner light. So what this is saying, there's a very out of balance relationship between you and another at this time. It may be that you are Death, taking too much and imposing on another, and all the while blind as this skeleton to the truth. Or it may be that you are the Maiden and have no defenses against another who is draining you, claiming all the while to love you. You may have been drawn into the drama and color and entertainment of a relationship that is full of highs and lows and passion, but you are now discovering that it's tiring, draining, and lacking in respect. It's time to truthfully assess this relationship and take steps to be safer, more protected, and more respected. Do not attempt to convince Death of its problems. Those real people will only draw closer, clinging harder, and convince you that you have a problem, not them. You may feel fear as to what they will do once you separate from them, as they are vindictive and malicious. Freedom is worth the trial of separating. Ask yourself, is this relationship healthy for me? If the answer is no, then you must take steps to go. See, yeah, so it could be definitely a situation where you guys are in a very toxic relationship where it's like you do make that attempt to leave and break off the relationship, and the person, you know, manipulates you by saying, oh, if you leave me, I'm gonna, like, you know, kill myself or do something drastic or whatever. So it's like they guilt trip you into staying in the relationship. Others, and some of you, it could definitely be like abusive relationships where it's like they've made you feel like you're not worthy of anything else, or made you pull away from family or friends. It's like you guys need to wake up to the situation you're in, seek out help, professional help, your friends, your family, to help you get out of the situation that you're in. That's part of what this confusion with the Seven of Wands is. Maybe a lot of you need to just ask for help, ask for assistance to help you get out of the situation you are in. Again, do not cry for this person because they are not worth your tears. They're not worth your energy. They're not worth your time. If they are a psychic vampire or they are a narcissist or a gaslighter, it's like they need to leave out of your life because, again, they're not... they're just going to keep pulling you down into their darkness. And again, they're going to keep stealing your light. because they see something in you that they lack. So with the have faith card here, again, this is, you need to have faith that you can get out of this situation, that you are strong enough, because you are strong enough. It's just you needing to reclaim that strength. It's time to go. So what this is saying, faith requires you to believe in something that is not yet evident to the naked eye. To generate more faith, focus on the why, your dreams, desires, feelings. And so funny, it's talking about dreams and feelings, which was the key words on 2 of the planets that you had. Attitudes and thinking, and not the how, action, plans, strategies, and skills. Your whole life you've been taught to think about the how, which leads to doubt and fear. The wisdom of this card is asking you to only focus on the why. The magic that will happen if you stop focusing on the how and only on the why is that after some time of practice, you'll notice that the how will present itself to you. It is through your focused, positive thinking that you'll create people, circumstances, and events that will take you closer to your dreams. What you have mostly done is to focus on the how, which has made you doubt yourself. This means that you are vibrating negative thoughts into the universe, keeping your dreams away. Remember, you are created to be a co-creator here on Earth, designed for achievement. Faith is knowing that everything is going to work out the best possible way, no matter what things look like. So here's the action to take with this particular card. It might be very beneficial for a lot of you to help you through the energy that you're working in right now. Again, it's all about building that confidence and, again, shining your personal light so that it never gets, sucked away from you again. So to close out your reading, let's go ahead and pull just some final little messages here of what it is that you need to know. For pile 2, oh boy, that one just wanted to come right out. Yep, I knew there was going to be 4. So let's see. We have responsibility. Become discriminate about the people you choose to help. There are too many people in your life who don't take responsibility for themselves and instead rely on you to sort it out for them. That might be also another scenario here, is that you're taking responsibility for everybody else's bullcrap. And again, they're just continuing to take and take and take from you and not being receptive and restoring back what you give to them. We also have success. You are worthy of this success. Allow these feelings of accomplishment to fill you with contentment and self-satisfaction in your achievement. So yeah, it's like if you do something fantastic, celebrate it. Be happy. It's not vain or narcissistic to be happy for your own success because you worked hard for it. Again, I feel there's people around a lot of you who pick this pile who make you feel bad for your accomplishments or try to belittle what it is you're into or what makes you happy. So we also have creativity. See, there are ways of dealing with this situation without giving away your power. Think of creative methods in which you can be heard and maintain your dignity. So yeah, again, you're giving away too much of your power in this situation, and you need to think kind of outside the box that you're in right now and find some other ways, because it's all about maintaining your dignity and maintaining your integrity. You're sacrificing too much of your integrity in whatever situation resonates for you. And then we have, self-love. Self-love is not egotistical. It shows you and others that you are worthwhile and deserve love in all its many forms. Again, a lot of you really need to work on your self-love, because I feel like, again, people or situations around you have made you feel like you're not worth the love that you deserve. And again, it's not egotistical to step away and, take care of yourself for a change instead of always taking care of other people who are just taking and taking and not giving back anything in return. So yes. Okay. So with that said, that is everything that I'm seeing here for this particular pile. So I hope that this brings you some clarity on your situation, potentially some advice to help you kind of identify what is you're going through and maybe find a way to get out of it. Again, shine your light, take responsibility for yourself and not for other people's things, and again, work on that self-love. And so thank you all so much for watching, and if you'd like to help support the channel in any way, please do remember to like, subscribe, comment. If you feel like checking out my other social media, I'm over on Instagram. I have a Patreon. I have a Ko-fi. I have an Amazon wish list. All of those things helps to keep this channel running and going and bringing you more free readings like this. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. For those of you who picked pile 3 with the orange calcite, so I will say that pile 1, if you happen to watch pile 1 and now you're watching pile 3, hello. And for those of you who picked this pile, you might also want to watch pile 1 because there might be some cross references there as well. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into your cards. Again, this is the image for this one. And so let's go ahead and see what kind of advice, situational kind of things we need to hear about. So for you guys, for your tarot card, we have the 10 of Swords in the reverse. So this is one particular tarot deck that I will read both the upright and the reversals of, because both messages are very good in this particular deck. And I just saw a white feather floating in my room just as I started this. So your angels are definitely here. They're definitely wanting to send you messages. Pay attention to synchronicities, especially if you see any kind of white feathers or feathers in general laying about. So with the 10 of Swords in the reverse, a lot of you need to come to terms with the fact that there is a cycle that you're going through that is ending. You know, it's time for you to really liberate yourself and to break free from kind of the despair and the sorrow that you've been feeling about this, because it's not really worth your energy anymore. You've moved out of that phase and you're moving into something better for yourself. And so you kind of just need to let the swords fall out. Again, I'm looking at the image here, and it's like that's the force of the gravity here. It's like they will fall if you just allow them to again allow the sun to rise in this case. So looking at the specific meaning of this card in the reverse, an opportunity for liberation and change may not last long, so act quickly. The ultimate battle is with an aspect of your inner condition, and now is the time to work with it consciously, perhaps with the clarity of your renewed strength and insight. So yeah, there is an opportunity here for you to finally liberate yourself and make that change. And again, you do it with a lot of strength and confidence to step forward and just, again, let the swords drop. Because again, it's not worth your time and your energy anymore. So let's go ahead and look at some astrological kind of cards. So again, these might represent things that are in your personal natal chart or your progress chart, or again, just kind of the energies that you're dealing with in this situation. So we have Virgo with the Alchemist. So again, with something like the Alchemist, I feel like you have all of the, and I'm like getting chills when I'm talking about this. I feel like a lot of you feel chills on the often. And for some of you specifically, when you feel chills, it's because there's a specific spirit trying to contact you and they're around, and that's how you can feel them, just to be aware of that. But anyway, it's like you have all of the gifts and all the materials to really make your shit happen. So with this, it's saying methodical, aligned, ritualistic, efficient, insightful, healthy, dutiful, discerning, witchy, subtle, pure, refined, accurate, solitary, cultural, yeah, critical, nervous, and perfectionist. So yeah, some of you are worried, some of you can be too much of a perfectionist, which might be part of what this energy is. It's like if you don't get something perfect, I just saw 333 also, lots of synchronicities happening. It's like if you don't get something right on the first try, you might kind of like wallow about it and worry about it and freak out about it, because it's like you are too much of a perfectionist sometimes. You have a lot of nervous energy about you. And this is all about, with Virgo here, it's definitely returning to your healthy state. You need to work more on your body and your mind and finding a better balance, because I feel like some of you kind of swing on the spectrum way too fast. Like, what is it, a metronome? You know, the musical timing instrument. Like, I feel like it's like extremely going like this instead of like a balanced rhythm. We also have Saturn with wisdom. So Saturn currently this is a timeless reading, but currently when I'm filming this, it is May 2020. Saturn has gone retrograde, and it will stay retrograde until September 2020. So, and again, regardless of when you watch this, who knows, Saturn could be retrograde again when you're watching this sometime in the future. So you might be really, really feeling, oh wow, I just realized what else. So you might really strongly be feeling this Saturn retrograde energy, as well as Venus retrograde, because Venus is also retrograde, and you have both of these right here. So with Saturn, it's talking about wisdom. So discipline, structure, time, responsibility, tests, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control, tradition, realism, container, bones, maturity, gravity, and scaffolding. I feel like you guys are a very, very serious group. You are responsible, but it's like you can almost be too uptight, too strict on yourself, and you need to kind of loosen, you need to relax a little bit more, you need to not be so critical of yourself. With Venus, with love, this is all about beauty, harmony, romance, charm. So also, let me say, Saturn, Capricorn is the ruling sign for Saturn. Venus, it's Taurus. Is any other sign? I'm trying to remember. But definitely those two are also involved with these particular planets. So again, beauty, harmony, romance, charm, receiving. You guys need to be better at receiving things. Sensuality, luxury, wealth, diplomacy, magnetism, value, pleasure, dormant, adoration, attraction, indulgence, taste, and style. I feel like you guys base a lot of your self-love and love in general based off the material things that you have, if that makes sense. Like, that's where you derive the value of love and receiving. It's like some of you need to work more. There's more than that way of receiving and valuing love than through material wealth or material things. A lot of you, that's probably because when you were growing up or something, you didn't have a lot of material things. So it's like you feel like you have to work doubly hard and you're a survivalist, but you've been like that for so long that you know kind of no other way of being, and it's time now to kind of upgrade yourself and kind of break that cycle and kind of learn a different way to bring in a little bit more breath. I'm just getting that, and like relaxation and kind of flexibility a little bit more. The other one we have is ascendant. So outlook. So worldview, mission statement, expression, effect, role, mark, attitude, outer self, point of view, body image, aura, likeness, approach, impact, and first impressions. So yeah, the first impression matters a lot to you guys. And I feel like some of you are really dealing with issues of body image. There's things about that make you very uncomfortable. So it feels like you have to kind of use other methods to try to feel a value. When again, your value comes from within, is what I'm getting here. It's not that it's bad that you put a lot of care or time or money into the outward appearance, or again, your worldly possessions. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, there has to be a balance, a moderation of those things, if that makes sense. Hopefully this is making sense. This is kind of an interesting group. So next up, it's funny what the next card is that we have healthy choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. So yeah, some of you need to work more on your health. That will help you with your body image. And again, that first impression that you make. And again, we have healthy coming up with the Virgo energy as well. And again, everything that has to do with Venus and the ascendant here. And also it's like with wisdom, it's talking, with Saturn, it's talking about your bones. Some of you need to work more on, again, your physical body in that sense, nurturing it more. Work more on calcium intake, definitely thyroid issues, pay attention to that. A lot of you should try doing yoga so you stay flexible, literally. Some of you could be very inflexible, and that's going to lead to a lot of health issues down the road if you're not paying attention. So again, make more healthy choices, clean up your diet, change up your skin routine. If you don't even have a skin routine, it's like you need to put more care into yourself. Also the self-image. It's like for some of you, maybe you're focusing too much on that. Others of you, you're definitely not focusing on it enough. And it's not coming from a vain place. I want to make that very clear. It's not about vanity. It's about your own feeling good in your own body, that you're here temporarily in. You might as well make the fucking best of it, because or else you're going to be living very uncomfortably. Hopefully that makes sense. There's very interesting messages I'm getting off this group. So next up for your protection message, we have the Yang energy here, which Yang is masculine energy. So this is about taking action on what it is that you need to do here. Let's see. Let's get more specific. Yeah. So the essential meanings here are the masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action. Again, I feel like you guys need to take, that's a huge issue here. Your biggest advice here is to just make more effort towards literally action, like physical body action, working out, changing health situations, making sure that you're getting the proper nutrients for your body. Maybe a lot of you need to go visit the doctor and see what's up, check your teeth, your nervous system, your bones, like everything. If there is something out of whack, definitely check out your thyroid. A lot of people don't think about the thyroid, and that can cause a lot of issues if you're not smart about it. And again, don't just, be smart about it. Get second opinions when it comes to your health. And also, don't just assume that, oh, you're just going to have to go on all these different kind of drugs to fix your problems. Like, no, you can literally greatly improve any situation by just proper diet and exercise, and keep staying consistent with that. You can literally, I know people who had thyroid issues. I myself was like looking at that, and completely reversed all of that and didn't have to go on medication just by changing diet and exercising, because it just automatically improves. The other thing that really helps is not being a stress case. You clean up your stress, your level of stress that you deal with, because stress is has such a huge physical impact on the body. Again, you need to find better relaxation techniques for you guys in this particular group. So going back to the Yang energy here, talking about the protection message, it says, be mindful of the tendency toward impulsive action, overconfidence, and aggressive behavior. Think before you act, lest you find yourself in a situation that will lead to uncomfortable consequences. Be sure you really want what you're chasing after, because you might be sorry when you get it. The appearance of this card isn't cause for fear, for life is all about learning lessons. Practice temperance, diplomacy, and thoughtful consideration before making a move. So yeah, some of you, that is what this is also about. Let's see what else we have. We also have Diana with focused intention. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. And it's funny because that's what she's saying, and that's what we have. And she's a moon goddess, which is all about the feminine. So regardless, it's like you guys need to be very clear about what intention you're setting and what you're going after. Because again, you might just get it and you might regret it if it's a rash decision. We also have here Zachriel, the angel Zachriel, which is the angel of memory. So especially with this coming up, I feel like some of you, maybe in your family background, I don't know if you guys who are watching this have ever done like a DNA test, or you understand like what the health issues are within your family, but I feel like that's a big thing that you need to find out, because some of it might be in your family genetics that there's family members who have memory issues or Alzheimer's or any kind of condition that has to affect the brain and memory. You need to be aware of that, and you need to find out what your markers are for that, because there might be issues of memory. If you're not proactive and taking care of that, like preemptive strike when it comes to that. Again, with Deanna, why am I fucking up my words now? Yeah, she is a very active goddess. She's a huntress. So it's like, again, that activity level is highly important here for you guys. What else? What else do we have for you guys? We have Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? There's that masculine energy coming up here. You guys are meant to, step up and show up. You have a very dutiful kind of mindset, and you want to make changes, and you're very disciplined. You have these things, but it could be a struggle of you actually putting that energy in there, because again, once you fail once, you kind of let that failure stick with you, and it might deter you from taking a step again, because you feel like, oh, because I failed, I'll never be able to get it right. You need to, again, break that perfectionist kind of idea, because failure is a learning situation. Just because you fail once doesn't mean you're going to fail again. Instead, take that experience and, okay, I failed. How can I make it better this next time around? And so we also have here Triumph of Lies. And it's so crazy because this is card 1 and you have card 1 here. So some of you might be a life path 1 and 10 adds up to 1. So again, you might be working a lot with that 1 energy, which is very independent and kind of, centered on the you. And let's get more specific with this particular card, because I'm not sure how exactly I want to read this. Not all that glitters is gold. Emptiness is felt when there is nothing under the dress. So the Triumph of Lies is about appearance, and you have the Ascendant here, so that makes sense. And appearance is always so important in the world. Day by day, it seems more important. Can that be a lie too? We seek to be what the world outside desires, and not necessarily society at large. Our family or partners or friends place judgments on what we should be. In the dress we chose, we carve masks of expectations, behaviors, and values to live by. It offers stability to ourselves and to our relations, as being honest and true to ourselves can be too tiring, too easy to make us hurt. Unfortunately, the relationship with our mask is not as straightforward as it feels. Inside the mask, envy grows, vanity takes root, lack of self-confidence becomes a habit. It gnaws at us and hurts us from the inside. It feels like to ourselves, but it's not really authentic. It is just a lie we have made habit to believe in. When our lies become a gilded cage and our dress becomes a burden, we should remember that we were born naked. Such a great... That's why I wanted to read that. I felt called to read that from this particular one. So yeah, again, this is all about the authentic self here. And like, a lot of you guys are hiding behind a mask because you're afraid of certain judgments. Again, there's something about the appearance that is making you feel uncomfortable. I'm also noticing like the golden crown kind of idea coming here. Like, you guys kind of need to wear your own golden crown. Yeah, I feel like definitely some of you might deal with a situation where it's like you start making these healthy choices for yourself, and the other people around you might make you feel bad about it. Because again, they're not making that effort, and because they see you doing that and they see how it literally, and there's so many stories about this, it starts to really improve your life, because again, you're naturally making yourself feel better because you're creating endorphins, you're creating literally happy energy within your body because you're treating your body correctly. Other people might try to tear you down and make you feel bad about it, maybe try to call you vain or fucking any kind of other bullshit excuse because they're too, I'm just gonna say, they're too lazy to make the effort themselves to do what you are gonna do. But don't let that hold you back, because again, it's all just a superficial fucking lie. Again, don't buy into the lie that just because you work out or you take care of your body and stuff, that's not being body positive or something, because there's some people who try to make that argument. It's like, no, it doesn't matter what shape or whatever quality your body is. What matters is, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their own unique shape, their own unique beauty to their body, but just because it's that doesn't mean that you just let it go to shit. Doesn't mean that you still don't make an effort to maintain what it is you have. Maintain the shape you have. It's not about changing it into something that you think it's supposed to be by society standards. It's about making your temple, your body, as healthy and efficient as it is for you in your own circumstance. And again, making those healthy choices for your own body, not based on anybody else's fucking opinion or anybody else's society fucking norms or what you perceive to be a society norm. It's about what is right for your body and what your health issues are. Okay? It's about taking a hard look at yourself and being like, hey, you know what? I do love my body, but this, and this is not healthy, and it's going to be a detriment to me in the future. So let me work on it now while I still can, and be my most healthy and authentic self. I hope that makes sense. So moving on to the crystal that might be useful for you guys to use, we have jet. So what is jet? Earthy and grounding, this true black mineraloid variety of coal is an ancient fossilized driftwood. And that's so fucking weird, because I was looking at this Saturn card right here, and that honestly looks like a piece of jet, but it's like you had this wood here, so it made me think of like petrified wood. So it's kind of funny that you literally are getting a stone that has to do with that. But anyway, who needs it? Empaths, witchy types. So there we have the mention of witchy again. So some of you are definitely very witchy who picked this pile. So definitely incorporate that. Incorporate natural remedies. Some of you could definitely be like kitchen witches or herbalists. You know, work with that. Read about it. Or acupuncture, alternative medicines. Incorporate that into your practice. Where to put it? To clear a physical space or your body of uninvited vibes. Swipe jet over the affected area and tell toxic energy, spirits, and tensions to peace out. When to use it? When asking for guidance from elsewhere. Think seance, guided meditation, hardcore tarot session. Jet can take the edge off high vibe stones like moldavite and serpentine, and is a wise old friend to bring as your +1 whenever your triggers are sure to be on the guest list. Claim your space. That's very interesting. It's bringing up moldavite and serpentine. So both of those are very green stones. Moldavite is a very high vibrational stone. So is serpentine, I believe. And I'm very familiar with moldavite because I have a moldavite piece that I wear. It is a tektite. It's very interesting. It's bringing that up. But let's see what else we have here. So you guys got additional cards too. That's interesting. So we have Ghosts of the Past. The past returns from a time. And then we have Violet Duchess. Stifled, bored, and stuck. Yeah. So this is a lot to do with the energy that your guys are going through. Again, with the Ghost of the Past, she's holding a mask. And that's what the Triumph of Lies was talking about. So let's actually start with the Violet Duchess, since I opened up close to that. So her message is, your desire to be liked, to please, and to be seen as a lady or a gentleman is cheating yourself out of something wonderful that you deserve to experience. Sometimes there are rules that simply need to be broken. Keeping to the spirit of the law sometimes means breaking the letter of the law. That's how things change. There is a situation at the moment that has revealed itself as unjust, unfair, and absolutely unattractive to you, but you have yet to speak up. The most inspiring thing about this situation is that you'll discover just how safe it is to stand up for what you truly believe in. Others will be inspired too. So while it feels like you're taking a risk at first, after a while you'll realize you started your own small revolution. And I can see why this is resonating to pile 1 in a lot of ways. So that's kind of funny. So next up, again, we have the Ghosts of the Past. Let's see. So with her here, her message for you guys is old friends, boyfriends, crushes, places, and situations, or reminders of them come up to remind you of either how far you've come or that there's still work to be done in areas you thought were long settled. So we all have life themes and we all have challenges and patterns, but the trick is to move through them quickly and to learn from them permanently. These ghosts with masks are here to show you what or who needs an adjustment in your life. A clearing where you make peace with people you feel you may have wronged is in order. None of us is perfect. All of us need to forgive and be forgiven. This is the cause of the indecision you are now facing. The ghosts of the past are haunting you. It's Judgment Day and you are more powerful than you know. The time for hiding who you are and pretending to be normal and just like everyone else is done. So yeah, again, this is all about claiming your authentic self in a lot of ways, but also clearing up the ghosts of the past. And that's so weird that that's being brought up, because it's like right at the beginning of this reading, I was talking about, oh, there might be spirits around, you might be feeling cold drafts, and that's kind of weird. That's what this is talking about. That's, but last cards we have here are literally courage and discover your life's purpose. So yeah, some of you are just, you keep running away from your life's purpose. And you guys need to claim some courage so that you can work through it. And also, I just realized those are successive cards. That's pretty crazy. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the Discover Your Life Purpose first. So start asking yourself, what is the meaning of your life? As a soul who's having a physical, and look at the fucking card. I just realized, look, there's like two figures who are like mist and smoke, like spirits in here. That is so weird. As a soul who is having a physical experience, you're here to grow and learn. You're being asked to immerse yourself in this life by expanding, stretching, and understanding your reasons for being here. Nothing is impossible for a soul who is following her or his destiny. Your guides, angels, and higher self are constantly communicating with you through signs, feelings, peoples, books, etc. Follow your hunches. You are given important guidance, which may show up via a strong feeling to travel somewhere, to speak to someone, attend a seminar, write, paint, etc. No matter how far-fetched your inner guidance is, you need to listen. Your soul's purpose includes a combination of experiences that your mind doesn't understand, but your soul needs to process to learn and grow. Some of these experiences will be enjoyable and heightened. Others will be challenging and cause you to struggle. But through them, you will know yourself. Give yourself permission to focus on what really makes your heart sing and put your intensity of emotion into attracting what you desire. So here's the action to take in this particular card. And then next up, we have courage, which is courage requires you to fearlessly stride ahead despite the challenges you are experiencing. Whether you're afraid of success or failure, you cannot stay where you are. You need to make a decision and move forward with belief, trust, and boldness. Give it your all no matter the outcome. Despite what you've been telling yourself, you are ready for a new adventure or another chance to prove that you have what it takes to face life's challenges. Stop investing in limitations, lack, and dysfunction. Every blessing has a challenge, and every challenge contains a blessing. You are ready to explore both. Whilst there may be difficult moments ahead, keep positive and believe that everything is going to work out for the absolute best. You are being asked to gather the courage to be who you truly are and to stand strong for your convictions. Again, that's coming up twice now. You have to stand strong for the convictions and the decisions you make, and don't let anybody fucking make you feel bad about it. So yeah, here's the action to take for this particular card. I feel like some of you might have tried to improve your health in the past, but other people made you feel so fucking bad about it that you gave up on yourself. And you need to not let that happen again. Because again, I feel like some of you, if you don't start working on it now, you're going to highly regret it later. And you're going to kind of suffer from your own situation, okay? This is the turning point. This is your last chance. I know that sounds fucking scary, but it's like, that's what I strongly feel for some of you. Like, this is your chance to finally make that change and to improve it, or you're gonna have a really fucking hard time trying to fix it later on. This is just what I keep going back to. So let's go ahead and pull some final messages for you guys. Okay. All right. So, foolishness. You are worried that by letting go of your frustration, those who are responsible will perceive that they have won. Well, they have won because the only one suffering is you. Exactly. You guys need to fucking let go of the pride. Wonderful. Sometimes being too cautious is just an excuse for being afraid to take risks and move forward. Don't use this as your excuse to miss out on something amazing. Again, you guys are being too fucking uptight as well. Worthwhile. Life is not about being taught a lesson for getting something wrong. It's about having an experience that adds richness to your life. I'm pretty sure pile 1 got this one too. So that's pretty crazy as well. And then the last one we have is indifference. Some things are worth worrying over, but this isn't one of them. Let go of the situation and reclaim the happiness that has been stolen from you via these past events. The ghosts of the past. Oh my God. What the fuck? You guys, you're letting something from the fucking past rule you, and you need to let it fucking go because you're gonna fucking regret it otherwise. You don't let anybody steal your fucking happiness or your shine or your light. It's like, no. No. So anyway, that's the messages that I'm seeing for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below. I'm really curious to see what all of you guys have to say about these different piles. It's very interesting, the energy that was coming off these. So thank you all so much. And if you'd like to help support this channel and its continued growth and this continuing, content, please do consider, becoming a patron on my Patreon. There's Ko-fi, there's Instagram, Amazon wishlist. All that helps to keep this channel going. And of course, if you'd like to book a private reading with me or me and my Pisces twin, that info will also be down in the description. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one.